Hi guys! This is Alicia Christine, and I'm coming to you from the middle of the scrub brush of Texas. I told you guys at one point on my blog that I would be doing a special video blog for Bonus Tuesday on September. So here it is. A couple of announcements before I get to the special reading that I have planned for you guys. For those of you who don't know, my short story, The Cleaning, just came out. Came out on September 17th, and you can find it as an ebook at Amazon, Apple, Barnes & Noble, and Smashwords. Also, you need to know, for those of you in the media, that AlyciaChristine.com will have a press kit released on the website as one of the main buttons within this week. Other than that, I've got a very ambitious publication schedule set up for 2015. I've got one more short story that'll be published at the end of November, at the early December of 2014, so look for that. And then 2015, I'm very, very excited to announce that Skin Shifter, my book that I've been working on for many years now, will be published in September of 2015. As well as a companion novel, and the companion novel is untitled, but it is set in the same world as Skin Shifter. So look for more information about that later on in my blog. Other than that, I will get to today's reading, which is from the short story Raven's Fall, and that is out of the Musings collection, Musings short story collection that I just published in June of this year. I hope you guys really enjoy it. So here we go. Raven sat stone still, watching light ripple and flow across the banks of darkness. She clutched the cattail reed tightly in one gray talon and pondered the light's myriad weavings through shadow into the world beyond the falls. Could a world of dawn be so much better than this domain of dusk? The red cattail could give her the answer, but did she dare use it? Well, what have you decided? Cried a voice behind her. Raven's black feathers ruffled in irritation. That this is some of your usual subversion, Wolf. The gray canine spirit's tongue lolled out with his yipping laughter. I cannot hope to trick one so wise as you, Raven. The great bird spirit said nothing, but continued to stare at the light winding its way out of their world and into the world of light. I know you tire of this shadow realm, as do I, great spirit. Would it not be a great adventure to see beyond the darkness? Dumb light has no place for us, Wolf. We rule the night as is proper. Only the foolish would wish otherwise. Wolf nodded. Oh, indeed. I merely suggested that you visit the world of light to better understand the contrast between black and white. The red cattail would allow you to return whenever you like. Raven's eyes narrowed. How do I know your words are true? Wolf's eyes were soft as he replied, because you know that I would never wish you harm. She stared at him a long while, until he lowered his gaze. I have made my decision, then. I will go and see what is to be seen. Will you wait for my return? Wolf nodded and stepped back to give Raven proper room for her dive into the river of light. Raven stretched out her lustrous black wings and pumped them hard to hover over the sparkling eddies. She then swooped to grab a surprised wolf before banking toward the river. Into the rolling light they both plunged. The waves washed away their darkness as they tumbled over the falls together. As they rushed into the frothing sea below the falls, the light branched out in all directions, until at last they tumbled into water instead of light. The currents were so tumultuous that Raven lost hold of the cattail. She tried to swim after it, but her sinking, waterlogged feathers weighed her down even more, and she sank toward the bottom of the waves. She swallowed water, and then a sharp pain lanced through her left wing. Panicked, she tried to strike Wolf as his teeth pierced her flesh. As Wolf pulled her to shore, Raven screeched, "What have you done? I cannot fly now." "I have done nothing but save you from drowning. It was you who dragged me through the world's boundary, and then lost the reed. Why did you save me instead of the cattail? Now neither one of us has a way to return to our world." "You are worth more than worlds, even with a broken wing." Raven began to cry, and the tears soaked through her feathers and dripped onto the sand beneath her. The feathers then began to drop into the mud at Raven's feet. It was from this mass of Raven's feathers and sand that a great clam sprang. Wolf broke open the clam to retrieve its pearl, which bubbled with laughter as Wolf held it out to Raven. As Raven reached to cup the mollusk gem with one featherless wing, her outstretched bones refined into a 5-digit hand. Her talons then became feet, and the rest of her body became that of woman. Wolf yelped in both delight and embarrassment, for he had never seen her in her featherless form. "Dry your eyes and behold this great beauty. Your body now shines as bright as the light's end held in this world's orb," he said. But instead, Raven could only stare at her lost plumage and sob all the harder. Wolf sighed and took off his own fur so that he could cover her nakedness. Once the deed was done, Wolf's body became that of man, and he too felt shame with his bareness. Raven blessed the broken clamshell and used both halves to cover Wolf's bare skin. She then planted the blessed meat in the sand, along with her discarded feathers and tears. "Wolf, I will set this gem in the sky opposite the existing light orb, as a reminder of what we have lost and what we have gained. I shall call the yellow orb sun. What shall I call the white pearl?" Wolf gazed at Raven's reflection in the sea gem with utter longing. "Call it moon." Raven nodded, and then threw the laughing pearl into the sky, where it remains today. "It is so," she said. And so the dawn world became one of dark and light, with the sun to rule the day and the moon to rule the night. As the moon's first light struck the burial mound of clam meat and feathers, Raven and Wolf heard laughter under the sand. Carefully, Raven delved into the mound, only to screech in surprise when she discovered Otter bounding out of the sand toward the water. That first night heard Otter laughing among the waves of the sea, Raven constantly searching and crying for the lost red reed, and Wolf singing longingly about the moon-maker's beauty, just as their animal ancestors do today. Okay, so once again, that was Raven's Fall from my book, Musings. And I've got different stories in here, 11 in all, as well as 5 works of poetry in this book. So if y'all have any questions, go to the website. Again, it is AlyciaChristine.com. Alycia Christine is spelled ALYCIA CHRISTIAN INE, pardon me. And when y'all go there, you'll find different tidbits of stories that you can read for free. There are a few full-length stories, such as a PDF version of Ravensfall that I just read you. And if you've got any questions, go to my contact page and send me an email, and I'll answer whatever you need to know. Other than that, I hope you'll have a wonderful time, and until next time, may we each rewrite our world for the better.